The Middle East continues to seethe in turmoil this summer, and Egypt in particular is undergoing another crisis. Just last week, the military intervened and removed President Morsi, the duly elected president, who was been part of the Muslim Brotherhood. Millions of people have been rioting and demonstrating in the streets, and just this week, 51 people were killed and over 400 injured as a result of what's been taking place. Why is Egypt important? It is the largest Arab nation. It has the largest standing army, and Egypt is a key player in the whole Middle Eastern situation, and it is a key nation that is mentioned in Bible prophecy. I've been looking back over some of those prophecies as I've been looking at the headlines of what's been taking place in Egypt lately, and if you're wanting to find a message of hope and understanding beyond today and today's situation there is a prophecy in Isaiah chapter 19 that I think helps us to understand not only a hope, but why Egypt is important to God. Egypt is an Arab state. It is a Muslim nation. But Egypt is important to the God of Abraham. And this particular prophecy zeroes in on that. Beginning in verse 19, it says, "In that day there will be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar to the Lord at its border." This is talking about the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. This is not talking about the Muslim God or any other God. It's talking about a specific God. This prophecy is saying there will be an altar to them. And it will be a sign for a witness to the Lord, it goes on to say, as people come to know God. And then in verse 21, it says, "Then the Lord will be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians will know the Lord in that day, and will make sacrifice and offering. Yes, they will make a vow to the Lord and perform it." Verse 21. That's a message of hope beyond what we see today in the headlines, beyond the suffering that's taking place because of misrule. That's why Egypt is important, not because of just what is happening in the headlines today and what that means even for Bible prophecy, but for the hope that God's word holds out for that country, that nation specifically, in a very encouraging and comforting prophecy such as this. That's BT Daily. Join us next time.